And welcome back to Derby Date Night. You are joining us for day 2 of the Smalltown Smackdown and the second game of our last day of games. We are now getting into the last games for each of these teams, which means these are games to determine what place people are going to come in. And this game is going to be between Boomington Blockheads and the Root River Rollers. Thank you, Eric. He's helping me sort my paper. Tim, thank you for the information. I passed it along to Sirius, who said, oh, dang it. So we'll work on it. But we appreciate any feedback. Sirius tries to do so much with these tournaments, and sometimes I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to do everything, but he likes it all to be perfect and look great and loves any feedback that you all have. All right, we've already started this game. We've got our first penalty going to a Root River Rollers blocker, and we've got our first lead jammer going to a Root River jammer, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And Tokyo Drift calls that jam, was able to grab a couple points there to start this game off in favor of Root River with 2 points. This is the third place game. So whichever team wins is going to come away with the third place. Do we have trophies? What are we giving people?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not we. We're Derby Date Night.
Yeah.
I don't know what are the medal awards, but they'll be getting the awards. Oh, Mr. Bruce Guy, you should rewatch those games. The last game last night also almost went into overtime. It was great. Tim says, every time you come back from break, I can't help but think about Unicorse from Bluey, who says, and why should I care? And welcome back. Yep, pretty much the same. All right, Boomington Blockheads, Chromatos is your lead jammer. Sid Vicious, meanwhile, almost got out, is now out of the pack, but Chromatos is already in the pack and only has to get past 2 blockers to grab 4 points. Chromatos is through, looks and sees Sid Vicious, and decides to call the jam. Boomington Blockheads is now taking the lead. And what is that, Eric?
I mean, is it a lead change if
yes,
you go from no
it's already
score
a lead
to
change. You're supposed to say cha-ching.
Now I think the next time it happens will be a lead change.
You don't call it a lead change when it's their first points on the board?
I don't know. I'm debating that right now.
Ooh, that's one. Okay, so we need a taco cat emoji. We need a lead change emoji. Are you writing all these down because you said you're making them
yeah,
for
I can.
us?
Send me a text.
Serious.
Send me a text.
I don't know if you all heard his evil laugh, but I think he was like, yes, somebody else is doing something. It's not me, though. That's the important part.
Send me a text. I'll add it to the infinitely long list of things I have to do.
Right. Van Gogh from Boomington Blockheads is your lead jammer right now, currently in the pack on a scoring pass. Meanwhile, Babe Butcher, trying to get out, is out on her initial, but the damage has been done. Van Gogh has scored 8 points total. Well, 4 points, bringing Boomington's total to 8. Tara, do you know Tokyo Drift? I have really enjoyed watching Tokyo skate this weekend. They are just a joy to watch, and I also am partial to skaters of the shorter persuasion like myself. Not that I don't love you tall people as well. You know, it's just I root for the shorties. Eric, you are not Facebook friends with Tara?
I'm not?
What?
I don't.
I
I'm
am.
not
Tara and
that.
I send each other messages all the time about the books we're reading. Jolly Dodger getting lead jammer, or Shreddy Mercury getting lead jammer for Boomington Blockheads, followed closely by Jolly Dodger. Did Jolly Dodger jam very much yesterday? I don't remember that name. All right. 4 points total for Root River. They're cutting into this 4-point lead that Boomington has. At the beginning of the game, it's not as exciting, Eric. You're right, because we're just gaining.
Just getting started.
We got 46 of you in the chat. Sunday mornings, I don't think, are the best time for Derby. I know it'll start getting more and more people as the day goes on. Send messages to your friends. Let them know. Come to the Church of Derby this Sunday morning and join us here on Derby Date Night for some fun derby and some really bad jokes. In this third place game, Chromatos currently trying to get past 2 blockers from Root River, while Tokyo Drift battles at the back of the pack. This is not a very full pack for either team because the penalty box is pretty full. Tokyo Drift sees some space on the inside line and jumps up the inside to get lead jammer for Root River. You were teammates during Chicago Blues Brothers Owl League, and now South Bend and Chicago Style are besties who play each other a lot. That's awesome. I love to hear that. I think there's a couple players from Chicago Style here this weekend. And calling that jam after scoring 4 points for Root River. Wait, weren't they already at 8, Eric? Shouldn't that be 12? Or were they?
No.
No. Okay. Derby's the only reason you get up early on Sunday.
I agree.
Our puppy is the only reason we get up early on Sunday. He was so tired this morning, though.
There, Tara, now we're friends on Facebook.
You've taken care of it?
Yep.
You've taken care of send it to the complaints department and Eric will fix it.
I fixed
it. Yeah, that was a penalty, but it was a pretty big hit from Modracula. Sid Vicious is your lead jammer for Root River. Are we going to have another close game here?
I hope
Van
so.
Gogh now out and chasing down Sid Vicious. Like, I feel like the bracket has done a really good job. Oh, you're doing Sid Vicious's.
Sid's call off.
Don't forget, Sid Vicious's beautiful call off might be happening
Yes,
soon.
she did it.
Did you get it on camera? You didn't? It's The More You Know, Rainbow.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a tie game. Ooh, that's another emoji, a tie. Hold on. Let me.
Text me. You have to text me.
No, I'm gonna write them down because I don't have.
That's the
I don't
worst.
usually look at my phone. Otherwise, if I look at my phone while I'm announcing, I get distracted and then I forget to talk. A taco cat and lead change.
Oh no, Tara's already sending it to me. See, she's on it.
Oh, that's what she's. Tara, you're the best ever. I love you. I don't have to write it down.
Nope.
Elijah says, good block and fits. Okay. Sure. That's Babe Butcher out
Yep.
as lead jammer. Shreddy Mercury, meanwhile, stuck at the back of the pack, hoping to find some space on the outside, but runs into a blocker as Babe Butcher comes into the pack on a scoring pass, sailing through to grab 4 points for Root River, bringing them into the lead.
That's a lead change. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Yes, Tara, I'm a self-aware announcer. I know that I don't lift heavy things, and I get distracted very easily.
I mean, I can vouch for that.
Yeah. You've seen me get distracted a lot.
No, I've
over
seen
the
you
last
not
day.
carry heavy things.
Oh.
A lot.
That's not why I do this for my community. And if I carry
agree.
things, I'm not building community. Babe Butcher has scored 12 points already. Oh, this was a hard one. Killdeer took a star pass for Boomington blockers and is hoping to be able to stop the bleeding and might be able to because Babe Butcher was about to call it and got called on a penalty.
Forearm.
A forearm. So now it's going to be a power jam for Killdeer and the Boomington Blockheads, who are now going to try to cut into this lead that Root River has taken. Can they make up 12 points in 30 seconds, though? 8 more to go. We got 13 seconds left in this jam. I think the most we could maybe get is 4 more points.
Yeah, but you only got one blocker
One
to pass,
blocker.
and you get all 4 points.
There you go, all 4 points. What is happening? Where is the rest of Root River?
They're all in the penalty box.
I'm like, where'd they go? Who was that one blocker all by themselves? The one blocker is so hard to do. That was Shove. And that's what Shove tried to do. All
Shove-
by themselves. Was
Shove versus the world.
Good job, Shove.
Official review for
Ooh, jokes.
Bloomington.
All right, more on the farm jokes. I'm gonna run. We're gonna run out during this game, I think. What happens when you try talking to a cow? everything goes in one ear and out the other.
Oh. Oh, man.
Where do cows eat lunch? The cafeteria. That one was bad.
That's bad. It's still too early in the morning.
I know. This one's even worse. What did one cow say to the other? Got milk?
Yeah, that is worse.
I told you it was bad. What do you call a sad cow? Moody.
Oh,
I know. I'll work during halftime to get some more jokes. These ones are so bad. What do you call a cow that can't make milk? Not utterly useless. That's a good guess, Sirius.
That's pretty good.
A milk dud. They're both good answers. Tara likes the bad ones. They're her favorite.
I know. Tim's trying to tell you a knock-knock joke.
Oh, Tim, knock, knock. Oh, Tara's answering. Who's there?
Oh, it's too slow. The chat's too slow
Hold
for
on,
a knock-knock joke.
hold on. This is just creating suspense. Interrupting cow.
Oh, there it is. Interrupting cow who?
Interrupt it. Moo. No, you have to try to say interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo. Yep. That.
It's going to be a long day.
We are one game down of 5 today. We did 7 yesterday. We were on the air for 14 hours. For those of you who were watching the second to last game last night, I know that we lost a little bit of our gigabytes, according to Sirius, whatever that means, and he was able to put some money somewhere, and all of a sudden we had more gigabytes. So I don't know how he did it, but it got fixed, and if you want to rewatch that second to last game, the rewatch should not be as...
Money fixes
it won't
everything.
be interrupted. Does money fix everything?
Including my ability to dance in front of the camera.
I think Tough Tone's waiting to talk to you.
I know. He's waiting for the team gets to know first. They get to know before we do.
So Bloomington was requesting an additional penalty on the white 3-3 for leaving the box too early. After talking to the box, they did leave the box. They pulled them back. They did not issue a second penalty, but they are now being assessed a second penalty and will be serving a
Oh, is that
penalty.
Tokyo's son's favorite joke? Interrupting cow? I like it.
So the white blocker in the box, number 3-3, who is Castor Bean,
Yep.
left a hair early. And when you leave early,
That's
it's another
penalty.
So now they are going to serve that second penalty. So
I'm
they,
posing
they
for
retain
pictures.
their official review.
Oh, nice. They get to do another
So,
one if they
yep.
want to. All right. 21 minutes left in this first half. Oh, Higgs. I didn't know Higgs was here.
Yep, I saw Higgs earlier.
Hi, Higgs. Higgs Bosom is back from Japan and out on the track and is your lead jammer for Boomington Blockheads. Currently down by 4. Now it's a tie. We got Jolly Dodger battling to try and get through a full pack of Boomington Blockheads. Root River. Oh, power jam. Jolly Dodger got a penalty. The Root River blockers are now all out of the box. Oh, no,
Higgs
a
got a penalty.
shenana jam. Has Higgs ever been involved in a shenana jam
Oh,
yet?
yes. Well, not yet here, but
Not here.
definitely.
All right, Higgs got a penalty, so both jammers, Higgs will only sit for as long as that jammer sat, which is not long. So Higgs comes out of the pack and, wait, another power jam?
Yeah, I think the white jammer came
Got two?
back in the middle of the pack. Jolly Dodger came back without coming in behind
Oh,
everybody.
because the pack was right in front of them,
Yeah.
which can happen when the box is right there. So got a second penalty. So
Yep.
Higgs is continuing to score points, even though there is no lead jammer, and this is going to be a 2-minute jam.
Only 3 points on that pass. Had a no pass, no penalty on somebody.
And here comes Higgs for another pass. Nice offense there by, I think that's Fitz, breaking that pack apart.
Yep.
Hey, Jolly Dodger is back out of the box and in the pack, I believe still on her initial. So not currently in scoring position with 20 seconds left in this jam. Right? I'm sure Higgs has, like, jet lag. Got off a plane from Japan yesterday.
Well, Not necessarily. I did talk to her this morning. She stopped in Phoenix for a little bit to see her partner.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
she was there for 3 or 4 days, but she said it was kind of in a daze because 15-hour time difference when you land. And
So she already has kind of adjusted. And
yeah,
been
a little
back
bit.
for
So
a
I think
little
she's
bit.
okay.
Nice. All right, that was a really successful jam for Boomington Blockheads, bringing them to number 42. The answer to life, the universe, and absolutely everything. Also my Derby number, which I'm making sure all of Derby Date Night's chat always knows, because maybe I can get everyone to just not have 42. All the teams. We retire 42 for Aria. That's Jackie Robinson? Oh, yeah. It was his first, I suppose. Team timeout. Vanity saying, I wish I could have skated with Root today. All the Derby weekend has filled my heart. I got to volunteer with Race City last night. Can't wait to lace up again. We can't wait to see you out there again, Vanity. 42, Tara says. Uh-oh, I'm running out of drink. Gonna have to get another one during halftime, which is 18 minutes away. Speaking of, all the skaters out on this track have one more chance to get one of those coveted Skater of the Game stickers.
I know I want one.
You have to skate.
Badly.
You have to become a Skater of the Game.
That's not going to
The
happen.
only way to get a sticker is to be one of the nominees. We're going to nominate one blocker and one jammer from each team during halftime. If you want to fill our ears with who you think we should nominate, go ahead and let us know, and we will consider it. And here we go. Tokyo Drift. Interrupting Calhoun. It's not Tokyo Drift because Tokyo Drift is out of the pack. It's a full mood.
Oh, man.
Comatose past the star to Lego Blocks, who is now the jammer for Boomington Blockheads. Tokyo Drift is through for 4 points for Root River Rollers. Lego Blocks coming around on a scoring pass. There is only one blocker out on the track that Lego has to get through. That one blocker is doing a great job holding, but one blocker is really not enough to be out there, and Lego was able to get through. So was Tokyo.
No, they got a few back. Well, they got another one sent to the box.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeez.
Eric, you definitely have to get some notes during halftime for this one.
Yeah. I looked at last game. It was just so there was hardly any, really. It was shocking,
No,
though. 'Cause
yeah,
I thought
you
it was a
were
bunch, but
thinking
it was
there was
almost all
gonna be more.
jammer penalties. That's why we recognized them all.
If Eric puts on skates and coaches, can he get Skater of the Game? No. I don't know. No, coaches aren't eligible. Uh-oh. New idea.
No.
Sarah's just already said no. Coach of the game. No?
Nah.
That would be a lot easier to win, and Tiny would be eligible. You guys don't. Guess what, though?
Because I even told the league this earlier this year because of the first game when we lost, the Akron game, and I was like, "This is the deal: players win, coaches lose." So I am a firm believer in that.
Yes. That's a good philosophy, and we don't want to do coach of the game because that would be too much attention on the coaches when the attention needs to be on the players and on Aria.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Also, I said I need more to drink. I said it incorrectly, and Tim corrected me. I forgot. I need liquid eats.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we decided yesterday. I need some liquid eats.
So the star pass was not completed correctly, and the pivot now has the star.
Elsie's here. Hi, Elsie. And Tara. Oh, yeah, Tara. And you. Yes. The skaters, Aria, and Tara. Those are the important people. I know Troublemaker, if he was on, he would be saying himself as well. Announcer from South Bend. Like, he definitely is someone we need to have our attention on as well. Some of us just demand it, you know.
Yeah.
Root River scored 7 points in that last jam, bringing them to 47. They are within 3 points of the Boomington Blockheads. Fabric face masks? Yes, people can wear fabric face masks. I've seen people like with a handkerchief over their face, especially like I know a lot of people do it here because the air is very dry and sometimes dusty and people want to protect their faces. Up on those toe stops. Babe Butcher is your lead jammer for Root River Rollers.
They also do it when it's cold.
Yeah.
A lot of our stuff is cold.
Mm-hmm. Van Gogh currently in the box. Babe Butcher trying to, wait a second. Yeah, in the box. I was like, there is a jammer in the box. Okay.
Yeah.
Babe is through. Can I call this a lead change, Eric?
You can.
Cha-ching.
I mean, it's your show. You do what you want.
Well, I'm just making sure because you told me earlier that I could.
Just on the first one.
Oh, a big ol' hit. Wait, you told me I was only 42 this weekend. There's a 42 out there for Root River. Oh, it's 4.62.
Yeah.
Medusa Sevistra. What? Babe Butcher. Tailfeather and Sergeant Slice trying to hold Babe for as long as they can. There is a 42 out there.
Then it's not on the sheet correctly.
Yes. It might be one of their Fosters.
Oh, it's a 1-4-2.
Anarchy.
They added a 1 to it.
They have added a 1. I wonder if Root River has a 42 that's not skating this weekend. I bet Anarchy is actually a 42 normally because that 1 is made out of tape.
Yeah.
Root River with a 16-point jam. They said, Higgs, we see your 18-point jam, and we will do a 16-point jam. Root River now ahead by 13. I know. I love these close games. Mr. Bruise Guy, it's so great to see you in the chat again today. Hope you guys had a fun game with Race City last night. And safe travels as you go on vacation with your family. I wish I was going. I'll be in the suitcase. Jolly Dodger out as lead jammer for Root River. Chromatos standing in the penalty box. No, going to the penalty box. Now just sat, so 30 seconds now that Jolly Dodger is going to have to try and score points, but going to have to get past Higgs blocking. Higgs is such a dual threat, blocking and jamming. Takes a push to the inside, Jolly Dodger. And coming to the back of the pack, Stitch is trying to help and do some offense. Are we having a medical timeout? Or was it called off for medical? I think there might be some. Is there bleeding happening in the penalty box?
I think in the penalty box.
Okay, I think this is kind of a medical timeout. Shall we take a break? Just a quick little break?
Yeah.
Sirius says keep talking, but I was thinking a break would be nice.
The medics are going to the box.
Yes.
I see Killer Queen there walking towards the box.
Sirius, should I give you the headset so you can keep talking? I said no. Eric said, we had a 42, but sadly she passed. Oh, I'm sorry. Her jersey's been memorialized at one of the sponsors' bars. That's very nice.
I know you talked about that yesterday. You were talking about retiring numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the only ones. Circle City has a couple. And it's people who have passed
yeah.
suddenly for whatever reason.
That's sad. That's always tough in the Derby community.
Yeah.
And it's such a everybody knows each other in the community too.
Yeah.
So it always hits. It's not just that one team that it hits. It's a lot of different people. Can we not be bummers though?
No.
And let's talk instead about when is Team Philippines playing. They are in the championship game, which is going to be at 5 o'clock Eastern. So I don't know, Tara, how you can both play Dungeons and Dragons and watch that game. Sirius has put up the schedule.
I've done that.
No, but Tara is also on, like, they stream on Twitch. So I don't know that she can do both at the same time.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah.
They stream on Twitch. Where do you stream on Twitch? I want to watch this.
Oh, I'm a member. I have subscribed to them. Yeah, you can become a member.
I don't watch enough D&D on YouTube.
And you can win. I've
Twitch.
won dice. I've won dice from them because I am a member, and they are called. Tara, help me out. I'm opening Twitch because I always forget what it's called. Sirius's commentary is important. Not when he's telling me to not take a break, though. Looks like we're getting back to Derby in a second while I figure out what Tara's.
See, she said she'd have the game muted and watching while she's at the table.
Theater Geeks, thank you. Theater Geeks, you've got to subscribe.
I'm looking it up now.
Be a member with me. Tokyo Drift jamming for Root River. Van Gogh out of the box for Boomington. Lead jammer has not yet been established. Tokyo Drift continuing to try to get around that pivot. Tokyo Drift is now lead jammer for Root River. Van Gogh continuing to try and find space. That is a block-to-puss of everybody focused on blocking. Skater needing to bridge, has to let Van Gogh go. Van Gogh go. Tokyo Drift has scored 4 points, sees Van Gogh, and calls the jam. Just incorporate it into the din. Yeah, that's a good idea. Mr. Bruce Guy would like the behind the mics, behind the scenes, if Sirius was mic'd up. I don't think you would really want that, Mr. Bruce Guy, because behind the mic is Sirius. I don't really hear the words. It's just like a muttering and there's some growling.
Yeah. It's more like the teacher in the Snoopy. Wah, 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 wah.
And
I mean, we know he's over there.
Oh, yeah. And he's always tapping me or, like, showing me numbers. I found out yesterday Sid Vicious is lead jammer, which means we get to see Sid Vicious say, "The more you know," when Sid Vicious calls it off because Shreddy Mercury is chasing Sid Vicious down. There is only two river blockers out there and 3 Boomington.
There it was.
There it was. Did you get it that time, Sirius? The more you know.
Sad straighter in the box over there.
Sad straighter. So Sirius tries to talk to me without using words during the stream.
Yes.
And yesterday,
I've noticed.
he kept telling me to move my microphone, and I kept moving it closer to my mouth. And when we were in the car on the way home yesterday, I was like, "Why did you keep telling me to move my microphone closer?" He goes, "I was telling you to move it away from your mouth, and you weren't understanding, and I just gave up." So clearly, Higgs! Finding that space on the inside line. I think Fitz is the one who, Mo Dracula is the one who created that space. Oh no. Babe Butcher having a penalty. 10 minutes left in this first half. Boomington Blockheads and Higgs. Remember how Higgs had that 18-point jam? If Higgs does that again, we got ourselves a close game again. Sad straighter. Oh no, it's like Mad Max. Where we do Mad Max, Sad Max. We got sad straighter, bad straighter.
There you go.
Higgs in the pack and through for 4 points for Boomington. Higgs thinking about calling it, but looks like they're going to run it. They're letting Babe Butcher out of the box. Babe is still on her initial pass. Higgs is trying to... He's really just reevaluating where things are at. A duo of blockers blocking very well. 418. Doing a great job there blocking. That was
Straighter.
Is that straighter?
That's straighter.
Oh, straighter. I should have realized when I said 418. But she's in the wrong uniform.
I know.
I'm used to her
throws
in
you off a little
Circle
bit.
City. You see your Derby crush, Roxy.
Yep. Roxy's playing today.
Who's Roxy? Which one?
Roxy Rumbles.
Which
From
team?
Lafayette Roller Derby. She's
Oh.
on. Yeah, she's also an ad.
Roxy Rumbles is Foster for Root River?
Yep.
Nice. Number 871, if any of you want to also have a new Derby crush, although you'll have to fight Lexi for it. Although I think a Derby crush, everybody's allowed, you know. Smalltown Smackdown is pretty effing rad gameplay. Yeah, it is, DB. We keep getting all these close games. Jolly Dodger out as lead jammer for Root River Rollers. Van Gogh, meanwhile, trying to create any sort of opening to get through as Jolly Dodger comes into the pack. Somebody's getting called on a forearm, but it's not Jolly Dodger. Jolly Dodger is through for 4 points. Van Gogh is still stuck trying to get around these blockers. Taking that star off, trying to pass it to Lego blocks as Jolly Dodger is back in the pack again and managing to get through for 4 more points. Lego did take that star pass and is now the jammer for Boomington Blockheads. All right. 86 Root River, Bloomington 61. Sirius, you got anything to say? No? Eric, you got anything to say?
Sure, what do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like I've been saying a lot. I still don't have my liquid eat.
I know.
Nope.
I'm at that point too. I think the caffeine is and a little bit of sugar is going to help. A little
Yeah,
bit.
I think
I'm trying
we
to stick mostly to water today.
Good. That's smart. I'm not. I'm going full on with the energy drinks.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift for Root River and Killdeer for Boomington Blockheads. Killdeer just has to get past Strader, teammate from Circle City.
Yeah.
And Tokyo Drift is the one who drifts through with lead jammer. Killdeer is going to be chasing down Tokyo Drift. Van says Roxy Rumbles, formerly Dart, was with Circle City but went to Lafayette because of commute. Love them to pieces. And Tara agrees, hydrate or dihydrate. I'm choosing dihydrate today, Tara, so.
What I think is funny is that both of the people that Root River picked up are both nurses.
Right?
They picked up Roxy and Strader. They're both nurses.
That's funny. Yeah, the snack. So we have a layout of snacks, as we always do.
Always.
And anybody who asks, of course, and even people who don't ask can take our snacks. We bring them for the betterment of our community and for the betterment of our bellies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We got a good spread today. And you all can watch us eat because for some reason during – oh, no. Sid Vicious has got a penalty, a track cut. Sid Vicious is still on the track. That's a failure to leave the – yeah, that's a second penalty. It should have been a second penalty.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a ref. I decided it's a second one, but it wasn't. It's just one. So Shreddy Mercury has got a power jam for Boomington Blockhead. 6 minutes left in this first half. Shreddy Mercury is through. All right, day 2 of the tournament. Official review is about to happen. You know what it's for? You know what it's for?
It's going to be not leaving the track.
That's Mathlete, and Mathlete's thinking about me, and he knows. He said, Aria says it should have been a second penalty. I always feel like a genius when I'm right, but sometimes I say things like this, and I'm completely wrong. So it's the second day of Smalltown Smackdown. We've got a lot of people. Is Sirius bringing me a liquid eat? Oh,
he was.
I appreciate you so much, Sirius.
Thanks, man. I have a giant water today.
Yeah, you do. That's a nice big one. Wait. That's an energy drink liquid eat. I don't know about that. Maybe a soda liquid eat? Ooh, no, the liquid death, please.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. If they want to sponsor. I wonder if Liquid Death seems like it would be a really good derby sponsor.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Right? Yeah.
That'd be really good. We need to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'll get
and
on
I love
that.
they have do you know how they have so many different flavors of stuff. I do all of their iced teas. All of their iced teas are amazing.
Their teas are good.
Mm-hmm. The one that I'm drinking is the iced tea lemonade. Really, really good. Phrasing. What did I do with my phrasing? I think I'm in trouble with Mr. Bruce Guy. Did I phrase something weird? Maybe I don't want to know. Ghost Raider and Roxy. Everybody's excited. Mose. William wishes you were there this weekend. We wish you were here too.
I like the fact that Crash and Bruce are both commenting next to each other.
I bet you. Or do you think they're sitting on the couch next to each other?
Probably. My guess is.
I love them both. They're both wonderful. Okay. What I was saying, if you've been enjoying watching Derby Date Night this weekend and you're like, wow, they're weird, but they're so funny, and I really like them, and this is great Derby, and we love all of the great camera work that Sirius does, and we want to see more of it, step 1, subscribe. We're live almost every weekend right now for the next couple months, and this is our 3rd season, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So step 1, subscribe. Step 2, become a member of our Third Wheels. Mr. Bruce Guy is in the driveway carrying in Taco Bell. He's not home. This is how you find out where he is. It's through the chat at Derby Date Night. Oh, yes. Eric's phrasing. Yes. That. Okay. It wasn't me. So as long as it wasn't me who had weird phrasing. Right. Traveling.
Yep.
I called it. I was right.
So you were right.
I was
what
right.
They were asking
That's what they were asking.
But
oh, no.
The referees are saying that the skater didn't acknowledge the penalty with the referee until they were further down the track, so they left immediately as they
Once
could.
they realized they
Yeah.
had a penalty. Okay.
So.
That I suppose we did not, because they were having a little bit of a conversation. So if the skater didn't realize it was actually a penalty. Okay, that's why. But you also we also understand why the coach felt like it might be, because that's what I thought.
I mean, it's worth a shot, especially with only 5 minutes left in the first half.
Serious, real quick before we start, can you show how to become a member? Oh wait, we'll do it in the next break. We're gonna give you guys the QR code to become a member. And those of you who are members, you can talk about what you love about being a member of this community. Sid Vicious is your lead jammer. Van Gogh has taken the star off and is doing a little behind the back pass to Higgs Bosom that nobody noticed. That was cool. Higgs Bosom out as jammer. Sid Vicious in on a scoring pass. Thought that she could blast right through and takes a big ol' hit from Fitz. I love how aware Fitz is out there. Like, just really aware at all times of where the jammer is and helping do offense. And I think I really like watching Fitz. This is how many games have we done at Boomington? A few at this point. Yeah, Fitz is definitely one of those blockers that I really just feel like I understand what they're doing out there, and I'm very, very, what's the word for I like it?
You're a fan.
A fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of everybody out here, though, really.
Yeah. This official timeout brought to you by...
William, you're so nice.
Okay, so the white jammer got
Root
knocked
River.
out, then called it, but then immediately stepped back on in the midst of calling it. So because that's the next thing they did was re-enter the track ahead of somebody and then called it, which is a derby action. That is a track cut, so they're going to issue them a track cut. So Sid is going to start in the box for this one.
Also, we're getting some action here at the announcing table. There's a bug that's flying around, and I want to squish it. I don't know where it went, but I'm going to pay attention to Derby according to Sirius. Killdeer is your lead jammer while Sid Vicious waits in the penalty box. Less than 5 minutes left in this first half, and Eric and I will go decide who we are going to choose as skater of the game. We'll be choosing one blocker from each team and one jammer from each team. Are you proud of Killdeer for not going all the way to the outside on that one?
I am. There we go.
As you try to coach from your chair.
I know, and it's really hard when it's my players. Too.
Yeah, Killdeer is dual rostered on surfacing. Look at those toe stops. That was pretty.
That was
good job, Killdeer. Sid Vicious also taking the same. See, that's a smart jammer thing. I'm going to take the same route the other jammer took.
Yeah. I wasn't going to yell at Killdeer, though. Kill was doing good.
Kill was doing good.
I was trying to yell at Strader at that point. Because they walled out a power jam. They walled up in front, and then they just kept rolling forward, and it's like, stop.
Yeah, power jams. It's hard to not roll forward. We should branch out and do beer league hockey nights, too. That would be so fun. My favorite hockey thing right now is, and I know nothing about hockey, but there was a big old fight recently, and two players from opposite teams stood and watched the fight and held hands.
Yeah.
It was so cute, and it felt very Derby to me. It just felt like something that would happen in Derby. Tokyo and Shreddy are racing. I don't even, okay, Shreddy was lead, but Tokyo just went vroom. Isn't Tokyo Drift about fast cars?
Yes.
Yeah, so Tokyo went vroom, vroom.
Think about that one. Not a movie person.
Not a movie person.
Not really.
No? What's the most recent movie you saw that's appropriate?
I mean, that is a good point, but I don't know.
You don't know what the last
I don't remember the last time I watched a movie.
We rewatched Palm Springs on Hulu, which is a great movie. Not appropriate for kids, but it's Adam Sandler and it's no, sorry, Andy Samberg is what I meant to say. Andy Samberg, and it is a great. It's a time loop movie, so you definitely have to watch it. It's amazing. Go see Palm Springs on Hulu. Sid Vicious and Higgs Bosom are jamming. Sid Vicious is through for 4 points. Higgs,
with a forearm.
Is Higgs headed to the box?
Yep.
As jammer. So this is a power jam for Root River. 2 minutes left until halftime. Tokyo Drift took my heart's pink slip. I like that. Mr. Iron Ham back in the kitchen, helping with our snacks. Ham's Hospitality.
You got me thinking now. I'm trying to figure out what the last movie I actually watched was. And it's going to be... I don't know.
Okay, when's the last time you were in a movie theater?
Oh, probably a decade ago.
Okay. Do you sit down ever at night and watch a movie?
No.
Wow. What's the last... you do watch sports.
A little bit of sports.
Okay.
And YouTube.
Tokyo
and
Drift out as lead jammer for Root River Rollers. While Higgs waits in the penalty box, Higgs is standing, so less than 10 seconds remaining in that penalty. Tokyo on a scoring pass, getting slowed down. Higgs out of the penalty box, coming in hot. But getting stopped by a big old Blocktopus in the back. Tokyo Drift, meanwhile, has gotten through for 4 points to bring Root River over the 100 mark. Higgs did pass the star to Sergeant Slice, who will now be the jammer for the Boomington Blockheads with 38 seconds left in this period. We've still got one more half to go after this.
Ooh.
We might have one more jam, if a
Should.
timeout. If it was
No,
there
we
still more
should.
than 30?
If it matches up to 0, then it's... You should start it.
Yeah? I'm not doing the math very well, watching those two numbers. 21. It's exact.
Yeah. So you should start the jam.
It's like the same.
Why is she not saying 5 seconds?
See?
Oh, no, you should.
It was like less than a second, but it was less than a second. This one, the one for the lineup went just before.
Yeah, everything I've ever
30-second.
been told says if it works out that it would start basically as it switched to 0. That's
Oh.
like the old clocks on it.
Okay, yeah, 'cause it's
not,
so close.
It's 0 point da 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 da.
Yeah, well maybe
It's
somebody in
not
the chat
actually
knows
no
and
time.
they can discuss it.
Yes, they can.
Well, we're at halftime, and we will be right back with the finish of this third place game for the Smalltown Smackdown in the Aw Shucks bracket. No, this is the Tournament of Champions bracket,
Yep.
third place game. We'll be back in 15 minutes on Derby Date Night.
second half between Root River and Bloomington Blockheads. Got a little penalty trouble in that half. Castor Bean has 4. And so does Fitz. Did a little checking at halftime. So getting ready to start the second half, though.
It's anybody's game.
It is. It's close.
Baby Damulag, Alita. Yay! We're excited to watch you play tonight in the championship game. Tokyo Drift on the line. Higgs trying to follow Tokyo, but was shut down as Tokyo comes around on a scoring pass. Tokyo Drift in the pack. Higgs has the star off. Higgs is through. Tokyo is got to get past Mo Dracula. No easy feat.
Now you have to do that thing again.
What?
Where you can't talk because
I
you're going to have
know.
to type.
I know, it's hard. I am, okay, I've got my nominees. Now I just need to write them down and try to. Yes, Alita did. Alita got one of our Skater of the Game stickers yesterday.
I know.
So exciting. We only have 4 more Skater of the Game stickers to give out.
Yeah?
Wow. And then the next chance is next week at Rock versus Lansing. One of those skaters will get a Skater of the Game, and then we get to give juniors some Skater of the Game stickers.
I know. They love that stuff.
Adults love that stuff too, Eric. Sid Vicious is lead jammer. Shreddy Mercury, meanwhile, trying to find any space. Making it difficult. Shreddy Mercury getting stuck in the back of a pack. Tail Feathers right there. Trying to push Sid Vicious, who avoids the hit and gets out. Shreddy was also able to find some space. All right. Tara, I think you might be a contender for a Skater of the Game because you know we do South Bend games. And I wouldn't be surprised if someday your name gets up there for a chance at a Skater of the Game sticker.
I could see that.
I could see that too. Although I've been told I'm not allowed to just give them out willy-nilly.
I mean, Tara's okay, I guess.
Nope. See, both Sirius and I. Nope. As much as we love Tara, they have to stay exclusive, Eric. Okay, I gotta get this poll up.
I'm not saying give her one. I'm just saying she's okay.
All right, Eric. I'm gonna make you do the play-by-play while I write.
All right, Van Gogh is out. Lead jammer. It's good. That means Blockheads could eat into this lead a little bit. Who is that? Babe Butcher. Coming around, they can make the call quick, easy. The old 4-0 textbook jam.
Or as I say, that's a clinic.
Yep. They're going to need a few of those, though.
Uh-huh.
They're still not too far back, but
I think they're going to need a couple good power jams to be able to make a dent in
yeah,
it.
37 points is... It's not horrible. You still got a whole half. Get your old chipping away at it.
Get your avocados and your guacamole.
And then we got Jolly Dodger. Oh, but no, Higgs gets out first. Jolly Dodger right behind, though. And Higgs calls quickly. I don't know if she got any. Nope.
No, not that time. 114 to 77, and I'm about to put the poll up. As we usually do, we will not close this poll until 5 minutes before the game is over, and whoever is in first place at that time will win Skater of the Game and receive the coveted sticker. So think about it. Watch these skaters, and once you choose, you cannot change your vote.
I think Tara's mad I said she was okay. Sarcasm.
You're more than okay, Tara. Tokyo Drift up on those toe stops, swinging to the inside, but it is Shreddy Mercury. Both of these skaters nominated for Skater of the Game. Shreddy Mercury is the one who gets out first this time. Tokyo Drift coming up on Tail Feather and Fitz. And Shreddy's through for 4 points. Tokyo is out and going to be chasing down Shreddy. The pack speeding up. These jammers are racing. Tokyo is on Shreddy's heels. Shreddy gets past all the blockers and calls the jam. Gives Harley Sin a slowing down hug. And grabs 8 points for Boomington Blockheads. Chipping away. I want nachos now.
The funny part was Bloomington had the lead on that, but it still didn't help them because Root River had people in the box. So by stretching that out, it allowed the Root River players to get out of the box.
That's a hard decision. Like, do you go for the points or do you try to keep people in the box?
Yeah.
Tough one.
Quick.
Also, another thing, I was talking with some Bloomington skaters, and they have decided, as of this weekend, first of all, that they're a morning team, because they've been doing well in the mornings, and that they are a second-half team. And we've definitely noticed that over the course of this tournament. Yesterday, both of their games, they were stronger in the second half. So Root River is going to have to keep up the momentum because Bloomington has just gotten into their stride.
That is not the way to do it.
No, it is
jammer
not.
To the box.
But it's my fault because – so who's going to the box?
Sid went to the box with
Sid
lead.
went to the box, yeah. So Root River keeping going. Van Gogh is going to start using some of that momentum and trying to score some points for Bloomington. Van Gogh is on a scoring pass. Sid Vicious is standing in the box. Sid Vicious was lead, so there's no lead. That's a question.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
Okay. So we're going to go the full 2 minutes here. Van Gogh taking a hit to the inside. But that player is headed to the box for that hit. And Sid is out of the box and through. Casterbean was the player that went to the box. And Castor, you said, already had four penalties. So that's the fifth. Sid coming through, getting another 4 points for Root River. 8-8 in this jam so far. Van Gogh hitting the pack. 26 seconds left in this jam. Getting some offense there from Sergeant Slice. Helps Van Gogh through. But Sid just sails through and grabs 12. While Van Gogh has been pulled back to the back of the pack, and Sid Vicious is going to try to score some more points. That's what you get when you're a quick skater around the track.
Yeah.
I thought they only had time to do one more pass, but nope. Sid Vicious is like, I'm faster than you think, Aria. So 12 points for each, but I think Root River might have gotten a couple more. Maybe not.
Yep, 2 more.
I think people are so busy watching because it's a good game. But look, Tara has been chatting.
I know.
Where's everybody else in the chat? Who are you here rooting for? Are you here? We got 22 minutes left. Are you rooting for Boomington or are you rooting for Root River? Black and white hearts for Root River and blue and white hearts for Bloomington. 3 more games to go after this. We've got this is our 3rd place game. Then we've got our 7th place game. Then our 5th place game. And then our championship between the Roller Rockets and Team Philippines. Excited for that one. I'm excited for all of them, honestly.
Yeah.
I love how we always send our tracker pair out in pairs because you need 2 people to tape down the track. It actually is better because one of them places, the other one cuts. Like you can kind of do it as a team. Sirius and I do help because sometimes I help Sirius lay tape. Tara says I got a chat. We love having you in the chat. You are wonderful and easy to chat with. And a great moderator, and a good friend.
And an okay skater.
Stop it. Tara's rooting for good derby. Where Swan is rooting for the Blockheads. And we get to see the Blockheads again. This is both Blockheads and Root Rivers. Oh, look at that. There's only 2 blockers out there from Root River to block Higgs. Higgs is out as lead jammer, which is exactly what Bloomington wanted here. Those blockers in the box are going to make it more difficult. Higgs just coming right around. And the one blocker. Oh, no. And that's Casterbean again. That's Casterbean 6th.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, nice job.
I want her
Nice
to roll
job.
back.
Look at that blocking. Medusa Sevistra, who is nominated for one of our skaters of the game, with
Yep.
that one-on-one blocking. Amazing job. Sid Vicious coming in with a tumble, but is through. Higgs on a scoring pass, finds that space on the inside, getting 4 points, and decides to call the jam before Sid can score any. That is how you do it, Boomington. Cutting into that lead. Bring me my guacamole, Eric.
I will. There's an official review, though.
Uh-oh, what do you think it is?
I don't know.
Who went to the box? It was, the one who went to the box was Castor Bean. But I saw the hit. I mean, I think it was a forearm. I think it was one of these. So I don't think that would be. Who called the official review?
Root River did.
Root River. Well, it would maybe be trying to get Higgs in the box.
Maybe.
Because
I don't know. There wasn't anything I saw, so I don't know.
Stop it, Sirius. He's like, look at the flashing thing. Maybe I was just creating conversation, Sirius. Maybe I actually knew who called it. Oh, educate the viewers. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, if you want to know who called the official review or the timeout, you can always look up where it says the team's names, and if something is blinking, if the bottom one is blinking, that means they've called an official review. If one of the top 3 are blinking, then they have called a timeout. Eric's shaking his head. I said that wrong.
Yes. You said that incorrectly.
Okay.
It's the white
oh, the
one
white one.
is the official review. Because if they win it, you'll see a little dot that's actually to the right. It's a little smaller. Will pop up if they win it. So that's their second one. The 3 black dots are your timeouts.
Oh, I thought
Because you only get 3 timeouts for the whole game.
I thought they only turned white when they were flashing, but now I'm noticing that Boomington has all of their 3 timeouts and their official review.
Yes.
They're different colors. Okay.
And then if you win your official review, it's a little dot that's just to the right of where that one is.
Oh, thanks
So
for
that
the
way you know they
education.
won one and you have the second one left.
See, I do need the education. It's true. So much Derby crush happening. Can't hold down Higgs. Tim is rooting for the Dazzle in the middle of the track, discussing.
Rogue's over here
FTFO
voting.
says, I see them. A Dazzle. Ooh, Tara. Message Eric. Something for the Dazzle. That's another emoji. Sirius keeps rolling his eyes every emoji I come up with.
Send them to me. I will, like I said, I will add them to my infinitely long list of things to do. So it means I might actually, at some point in time, get to them.
Mr. Bruce Guy says the official review will be a circle or a plus. It can also be a plus. I've seen it as a
Yes,
plus, too.
can be too, yeah.
Yes. Does that depend on what version of the scoreboard we're using, which I'm getting too geeky now for the chat?
There are options.
Oh, there are options.
Yeah, there's options inside the thing.
See, Eric, we not only give you good jokes, we also try to give you some education. Biz is telling the captains and coaches what was decided during that official review. Look at Biz, so official. So proud of Biz.
Okay, so Root River was asking for the low block.
Plus, if the OR is retained.
Egregious.
Yeah, so you guys can watch along. Also, the little tiny number next to the big number, that is the number of points they got in the most recent or current jam. I always like to look at those as well. Some people don't know what those are. And then the star being next to one of the teams, that is who is lead jammer. If there's a star next to the name, that team is the one that has the lead jammer. Just throwing out some facts. Throwing some facts down in the chat.
So the
Chat
official,
facts.
So the official review, Root River was asking that the low block that was called on Loch Ness Blocker, if they were asking that to be upgraded to egregious, and the officials decided that it was not that way. It was a penalty. They're
Okay.
not taking that away,
Yep.
but it was not enough to be egregious. So
Okay, as Babe Butcher and Van Gogh are jamming, take a look at those white dots. Do you see how Root River's dot has moved over to the side? Wait, was it
shouldn't be
supposed to?
there.
Because
It
they
should be
didn't
gone.
retain.
yeah.
Well, that
somebody hit
dot
the wrong
should not
button.
be there. But if they did retain, that's what it would look like.
Yes. Whoever's running
20
the scoreboard hit the wrong button.
20 minutes left in this game. You have got 15 minutes left to vote for Skater of the Game as these jammers are racing to the pack. Babe has gotten in front of Van Gogh. Root River got 4 points in that jam.
Tara is on it.
She's sending you all the right messages.
Yep.
All right. Who's in the box? We got one Root River blocker in the box. Jolly Dodger jamming against Shreddy Mercury. Shreddy coming out with that lead jammer for Boomington Blockheads. This second half team is showing us that they are ready to go. Jolly Dodger being let go and is through. Shreddy in the pack on a scoring pass. Forearm being called on, I think, Shreddy.
Yep.
And it's going to be a power jam now for Root River and Jolly Dodger. Kimbo's here. We didn't even summon her with a Shenana Jam. Usually we summon Kimbo.
Yeah. We try to.
Tim Cloby says, Tokyo for skater of the game. I think I would have a hard time choosing between these four, the nominees for skater of the game. We have got some great nominees. Medusa Sevestra, Tokyo Drift, Shreddy Mercury, and Sergeant Slice, all having done amazing things in this game, and all with at least a couple votes. So it's clearly a hard one. And Sirius still says I can't give them all a sticker. Kimbo led practice. See, so responsible, Eric. Kimbo was helping you out.
I know. I appreciate it.
What time in the morning do you all have practice?
10 on Sundays.
On Sundays?
Yeah.
Actually,
Like
I'm a morning person. I think I would actually like that. Corn-fed, when I played, I am once I'm awake, serious. Once I'm awake, I work better in the mornings. I just don't wake up well. But once I'm awake, I'm ready to go. Corn-fed, I don't know if they still do, but we used to have practices from 9 until 11 on Thursday nights, and Fridays were always so rough, especially because I get my adrenaline from other people, and so I would be all hyper after and I would come in, and I don't know if this is the same for those of you who skate, but when I take my skates off and come home at night after 2 or 3 hours of skating, I always would stumble around, crash into things. I'm always waking Sirius up because for some reason, when I take my skates off, I can't walk. You'll see in the comments. I bet you there's other people that have the same issue. Sailor feet. It's my sailor feet. I got no sea legs. I got no sailor feet. Wait. Is that 3 people in the box for Bloomington?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, 2 blockers in the jammer.
Power jam for Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo, one of your nominees for skater of the game, is out of the box. And some great offense being done to help, but Higgs gets in front of that offense and is working hard on holding. And finally, Tokyo is able to get out as Higgs is sent to the box. I don't know what for, but everybody else is out of the box who was in the box. So we're doing a big old switcheroo. Tokyo decides to go through the pack for another 4 points for Root River. Shreddy Mercury, our other nominee for one of our other nominees for Skater of the Game, has taken a star pass and will now be the jammer.
Nope, she was the jammer. Just came out of the box. Had the helmet cover
Oh,
off,
okay.
coming out of the box.
A very slow falling down by Shreddy.
Tokyo gets the penalty, though.
Tokyo gets a penalty. Oh, they thought the jam was over, but it is not. They said Shreddy Mercury, you're still gonna play a little bit more. That got weird at the end there.
A little bit.
Anyway, 17 minutes left in this game. Boomington's got. Don't tell me. I'm going to use my, because Boomington gave me this calculator. I want to use it. Oops. There's not 129 points between them.
No, but it's close. Take out the 100.
Now it says negative 71. What am I doing wrong?
Put the bigger number in
4,
first.
5,
minus
1,
116.
1, 6.
29.
29. There we go.
So I said just take off the 100.
How did I get 29 the first time and negative 79 the last? 29.
I know, that's impressive. Yeah, because the 70s, there's nowhere in there that's
Nope.
70.
Nope. DB says sea legs work both ways. Yes, I always had derby legs. And Sirius was always getting so mad at me because he was like, why are you so loud when you come home from practice? Genuinely, because I can't walk, Sirius. What are we paused for?
I don't know. It's going to be the officials we're talking about something.
Maybe they're trying to remove that retained official review from Root River. I don't know.
But Tokyo's going to start in the box.
Wait, why did Tokyo go to the box?
Right at the end of that last jam.
For what?
That I missed.
You don't know?
Yeah.
I don't know either.
I think it was a low block.
Make it 146, 116 equals 30, then take away 1. Use friendly numbers, Arya. Thanks, math teacher.
Yeah. Just do the subtraction.
I appreciate you, math teacher. It is hard. I don't know why. I also play Dungeons & Dragons, and you have to do math for that, too.
I know. I love throwing math rocks.
Higgs out there as lead. Now Higgs could help Boomington
Good.
get this 29-point deficit. But Higgs has got to get past all these blockers, recycling to the front first. Okay, Michael Kwan, now you're being complicated. Ooh, Tara. You know, we got to look through our photos at some point because I'm sure we played each other. I played from 2014 until 2018. I coached in 2019, came back for 2 games in 2020, and then called it good for real. So kind of 2018. I don't really count 2020 because there was only 2 games before the world shut down. I was told there would be no math today. DB, you are on my level. That's how I feel every time I'm announcing. That's why I like Eric being here because I don't really have to do the math. But I just like to use the calculator because I like the gifts.
I'm all good with Michael's stuff except for the whole log thing. That one blows my head apart. I cannot figure out that. The
calculator function of a log?
Yeah, the natural logs of things like that.
I don't really even know what that means.
I cannot wrap my brain around it.
All right, Bloomington 122, River 145. Sid Vicious headed to the box. Van Gogh is going to have a power jam. No, Van Gogh is not going to have a power jam. Wait, why does Van Gogh not have the star? Who has the star? Where is the Bloomington star?
It's over here on the outside of the track.
Oh,
just
it's outside the track.
I think it was an illegal star pass.
It was an illegal star pass. So Van Gogh is going to sit. Sid Vicious is going to be released. Van Gogh is going to stand. So it's not going to be. Tara or Kimbo, you're here for the Shenana Jam. Kimbo came to the chat and the Shenana Jam happened. Kimbo, you are such a math teacher. Logarithms are so fun.
Yep.
Fun?
I mean, if I could figure them out, I bet they are, but
Crash, you like logarithms too? Oh my goodness. Logarithms. Am I saying it right? Sid Vicious is through for 4 points. No, for no points. That was an initial? We're still in the same jam?
Yeah.
This jam has felt long, and I'm not even in it.
Well, that's Sid's only problem is, like, they're doing really, really well, except 3 times they've lost the lead due to a penalty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And this is one of them. Van Gogh was able to get that star back on. Both of them are in the pack on a scoring pass right now with 19 seconds left in this jam. I think they're both going to get a few points on the scoreboard here. Sid's down to 1, Mo Dracula, or Fitz. I can't tell.
Nope, that's Ness.
Loch Ness blocker.
Yeah.
Go with wrong on both counts, Arya. Tokyo also taught math before going corporate. I'm spitting all over my computer. So with Derby Date Night, we celebrate nerds. We always have. We love all things nerdy, and all you all are doing, chat, is proving why you love Derby Date Night. No matter what kind of nerd you are welcome here at Derby Date Night. We love all kinds of nerds, including math nerds. And you know who else is a math nerd? I'm guessing Mathlete, the coach for Boomington Blockheads.
I would assume so.
I don't know why he's called Mathlete.
I don't either.
But I would assume that he does something with math.
I think that's a good assumption to make.
Yeah, probably.
He's calling an official review right now, though.
Mathlete is?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, first off, because I saw him.
The blinking circle. And because the camera's on him giving his official review right now? JD says, Root River Jammer looked like they'd been through some stuff at the end of that jam. That jam felt so long. Hey, Andy, I agree. I don't know how they're doing math like that. My math, I do on my fingers. And I get made fun of at Dungeons & Dragons every time I do math on my I can't help it, and they always see me, and they just start laughing. They're like, are you adding with your... And I'm like, yes, I am. Stop judging me.
I don't judge.
Yeah, the Venn diagram for Derby and Nerds is just a circle. I want to draw it. That would be a cool T-shirt. Venn diagram of Derby and Nerds.
Yeah.
Nerdy.
Just offset it by, a pixel.
So rude. Calling penalties on a lead jammer in this economy.
I know.
I wonder how many math experts there are in Derby. I think we should take all the nerdy hobbies that there are and figure out how many players fit into each of those circles. There's a big crossover about all the hobbies. Okay, what is your favorite nerdy hobby? If it's math or Dungeons and Dragons, or what are Renaissance fairs? What are other things?
Oh gosh.
Board games, game nights. Your stuff, little miniatures and Warhammer. That's what you do. That's serious that I'm pointing out. What other nerdy hobbies are there?
Oh gosh.
I know there's more. I'm just blanking. My math stat is low in D&D and in real life.
I like Michael Kwan throwing the Thaco up there. That's an old school Derby D&D reference.
Thaco?
Thaco.
Thaco official review.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the snake. Is that what you call that? I love that it's both teams too.
I know.
Just love seeing the camaraderie and the fun. This is their last game of the tournament. Both of these teams will be done after this game and come out with either third or fourth place in this tournament. Crafts, that's right. That's the crafting.
Oh, yeah.
Crafting.
Cosplay and crafts, yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, Disney adults, because I am also that. Did I tell you I started collecting pins? I'll have to show you a picture later of my board. They're not cheap either, Eric.
No, I know they're not. My parents used to live down there because they were season passes and they got special ones. And they used to go down there and be able to trade with people, and I just don't get it.
I don't even think this is the most updated board. Oh, yeah, this is not the most updated board. Hold on.
I mean, that's enough.
You see. Hold on. Yeah, these are not even the most updated board. Where is... Oh, here it is. There it is.
Oh, jeez. So much.
Fountain pens. Ooh, pens and pencils. That's a good hobby.
Oh, I am picky about pens.
What'd I get outbid on? Is it over? 42. That's my number. Thank you. It's a dog sweatshirt that says Corn-Fed Roller Derby. That's what I'm bidding on. I love that they are taking care of me because I can't bid in the silent auction right now, and they're telling me what I'm getting outbid on. But Sirius doesn't know how many things I have bid on.
And I saw you over there earlier writing a bunch of stuff down, and I was like, oh, there she goes, trying to spend some money.
I have bid on 3 or 4 things, and I might... Sirius said more super chats, please. Look, I need to get the dog sweatshirt that says Corn-Fed Roller Derby. And the whiskey barrel that says Corn-Fed Roller Derby, and the earrings that have dinosaurs in them.
I think the definition of need is a little wrong there.
Get out there and bid. Sirius wants me to be outbid on everything.
So Tough Tone came over and told me what Bloomington was asking for was, they said that the Root River Jammer was accelerating at the beginning of the jam when the whistle blew.
Like before the whistle blew? Okay.
When the whistle blew. But it's a warning. It's almost like a false starty thing. You don't have to really. There's no penalty there. So they don't retain their review because of that. There's no penalty to call.
Good point. Babe Butcher is your lead jammer. Let's see. What other hobbies are there? Second ed. Video games on a tiny monitor in the kitchen. Communism. TCG, is that the Magic? TCG?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the, yeah. I don't play them, but I love collecting them. Sirius is worried about the wallet. Yeah, but lucky for him. Oh, that looks like it hurt her head. She looks okay, but
Yeah.
if you just hit your head on the ground, do you think you should call the jam by tapping on your helmet?
That's the signal.
Oh,
That
that's
is
the signal
the
for.
I'm injured.
Really?
I'm injured. I did. Yeah.
But why would you want to tap your head when
you don't
when
smack
you just
it. You can just wave near your head and that's fine.
was Higgs the jammer?
No, I don't. It's whoever. It doesn't matter who it is. Anybody can do that.
Oh, okay.
Any single player can do that. That is the signal for I'm injured. We need to stop.
I didn't know that. When did that become a thing?
That's as far as I know.
Really?
I've always taught that at least.
No, we were just told that if we hit our head hard enough and somebody sees it, they'll make us stop playing. We were never told what to do after we hit our head.
Well, yeah, any injury, I've taught all my
Really?
kids to do that for a while.
Well, that sounds better than what we did, which was nothing.
Yeah.
Gardening. Okay, I have way too many nerdy hobbies because that's another one of my nerdy hobbies.
See, even Tara, that is the injury signal.
Am I being talked about? Why is everybody looking at us? Is
I don't
the
know.
house mic talking about us?
Maybe. Who
I
knows?
don't know. I can't hear. Oh, crochet. That's another one that I do. That is the injury signal, Tara
Yeah.
says. Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tim's all about Magic the Gathering. I feel like a lot of things were happening that I wasn't aware of there because I was busy talking about 3 things at once.
Yeah. I think I owned one set of Magic the Gathering cards when they first came out, so like the original initial set, and I just gave them to a nephew of mine. And I know people now that talk about that, and they're like, "You're an idiot, because that'd be a fortune." And I was like, "What?" At the time, it didn't mean anything.
Do you
to
know
me.
that I had a few of those Garbage Pail Kids cards when I was a kid, and I wish I knew where they were because I heard those are worth so much now.
Yep, I had a
Wait,
ton
is
too.
Higgs allowed to be out as a jammer right now?
Higgs was not the one that was injured.
Who was the one that was injured?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
They're still sitting over with the medics, I think.
Okay. I was very worried. Okay. Oh, Michael hasn't seen the I'm injured signal either. He says that's a regional thing.
I don't know. Yeah, because I've taught that to everybody, my kids and the one.
Well, good. Maybe through Derby Date Night we can teach it to everybody.
Yes, they should do that.
We got to have something. Yeah, that's great.
It's kind of like a please help me, I'm hurt.
Please help me. As long as you don't hit too hard, because if you just hit your head and you're hitting your head,
Yeah.
you could also just pretend to hit it. You don't have
Yeah,
to
that's what I said. You
actually
can
hit
kind
it.
of just wave
Yeah.
near your head. That's fine as well.
That's true. Okay, 8 more points for Boomington, bringing them within 14 with 12 minutes left, 7 minutes left to vote in the Skater of the Game vote. One last hurrah here at the Smalltown Smackdown for Boomington Blockheads and Root River. Sirius and I get to see Boomington Blockheads again on the 29th at the Skate the Rainbow Day, where we will have 2 juniors games and I believe 2 adult games for a total of 4 games in that day. Going to be a fun day of derby at Boomington Blockheads. Van Gogh taking that star off. Tokyo Drift currently in the lead for Skater of the Game is lead jammer and coming into the pack on a scoring pass. And is through for 4 points. Van Gogh past the star to the pivot, Sergeant Slice, who is now going to be the jammer. Sergeant Slice also in the Skater of the Game vote. Tokyo getting through for another 4. Well, Root River said, you know what, we're going to score some more points here because Boomington's getting a little too close for comfort, but there is still 10 minutes left. This is anybody's game.
I mean, they're actually still chipping away. That's the funny part. Even though the scores are changing, that's only 19 points.
Right.
It's still closer than it was.
It's still closer than it was. Why are we doing another timeout?
Team timeout.
So the next game is supposed to start in 20 minutes. I don't think that's going to wait. Yeah,
This
it
one
is.
started late.
This one started late.
Which
We're
was
getting
part of our
late
problem.
today,
I know.
Sirius. It's all right because we don't have 7 games today. We only have 5. So I think no matter what, we're not going to be here as late as yesterday.
No.
I hope.
God, no.
I don't know. We have to tear down, and I don't pick up things. Although,
I don't know if I can today.
bad news. You need to go home because you got to drive and you got to go see your wife. And we miss you, Angel, so much. We wish you were here. Thank you
Yes.
for loaning Eric to us, but we wish you were here too. To my chagrin, Sirius taught me how to disassemble the cameras. So I keep getting more knowledge. And that means I'm getting more tasks. It's horrible. I'm tortured, clearly. What is the... Is this... No, that was a timeout for Boomington
Yep.
Blockheads.
Timeout. See, it's good we keep talking, though, because now we're saving all those jokes that you don't have.
Yes, that's true. I think I have like 10 more jokes, so it's good. Also, I feel like we've told so many bad jokes. I feel like we're gonna have to start telling them again. Jolly Dodger and Shreddy Mercury. Shreddy trying to get out on the outside line. Runs into Domino, who slowed Shreddy down, but not enough. Shreddy is lead jammer. Jolly Dodger taking a push to the inside from Mo Dracula and being pulled to the back. Jolly Dodger at the back finding Harley Sin and Fitz. Is that a star pass to straight? No.
No.
That's Jolly Dodger is out. What are you guys pointing at? Something that's on the track. Oh God, people's wheels are going over it. What is it?
I don't know. Part of a wrist guard, maybe?
Part of a wrist guard? Oh dear. Things are falling apart.
No, I was actually pointing because I was trying to figure out, I think it's 462. Maybe it's 462.
Uh-huh.
She tends to put her hands behind her back when she's blocking, which to
Yeah,
me
I
is
saw that.
really weird.
Maybe to make sure they're not doing forearms.
I mean, I get that part of it, but
maybe it helps with the balance.
I'm not a huge fan of that because I've seen so many people do that and then
And you
fall
could face
forward
plant.
and you don't have enough time to get your hands around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And you don't want to go face first into the concrete.
But maybe it's just when they're in the pack or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Sid Vicious is your lead jammer. Higgs is racing behind. Sirius, Ironham, and Tara are saying they had a couple audio drops. Do you have to buy more gigabytes? I love that I have no idea what I'm asking him to do when I say that.
Maybe it's just because we were
Maybe
not
it's just
talking.
because we got quiet. Yeah.
That happens.
We could do pretend audio drops where...
Lee.
And then I rode a giraffe. Sirius says, you guys are killing me. You don't want fake audio drops? Oh, sorry. 8 minutes left. 3 minutes left in our Skater of the Game poll. Make sure to get your votes in if you haven't yet. Lead jammer going to Tokyo Drift. Van Gogh past the star. Or no, yeah, Van Gogh past the star.
Yep.
Pivot has the
Sergeant Slice.
Sergeant Slice has the star. Tokyo Drift is in the pack on a scoring pass. Okay, both Tara and Mr. Ironham are trying to be nice to you, Sirius. They're like, it was probably me. Tokyo Drift is through for 4 points. Sergeant Slice still on their initial.
Yep.
Has to get past this Blocktopus in the front. Sergeant Slice is able to do so and is chasing Tokyo Drift down. Tokyo Drift might be trying for another point or two. Oh, nice big hit from Tailfeather there. Tokyo was able to get 2 more points.
2 more, yeah.
Go, 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 Tokyo. Yes, the photographer's shirt is awesome. The corn. That is actually Purple's husband. Or no, I did it again. I did that yesterday too.
Yep.
Partner. I need to not just upgrade people's relationships without
Correct.
without them letting me do that.
You know.
And he came to do some photographying of the Boomington Blockheads and has decided to shoot every single game this weekend. So another unintentional volunteer, and we appreciate him so much. and everyone who volunteers to help us. Sirius wants me to make sure for all of you soccer fans out there, because there are so many soccer fans in Derby, that is an Indy 11 jersey. If you would like to go to the Indy 11 website and get a Corn jersey, they're pretty cool. Domino is not lead, still stuck on initial. Higgs in the pack on a scoring pass. 144-172 with 6 minutes left. This game is going to be close no matter what. Oh, a power jam for Boomington and Higgs Bosom. Domino sitting. Higgs through for 4. This is going to make this game real close. Eric is not talking right now because he's coaching.
I'm trying to.
Using his own version of sign language. I just keep looking over and you're making different Derby signals.
I'm just saying that's not a normal jammer that's in the box, so I would have called that early just to freeze
Domino.
that.
This is the first time Domino's jammed this. Yeah,
this game for sure.
45 seconds left in this jam. Domino is standing. Higgs has gotten stuck, and Root River has worked real hard to try and diffuse the power jam. Doing a good job keeping Higgs to only 4 points.
Yep.
Now 8. 30 seconds left. Domino is. Wait, is that a second powered? Did Domino?
Nope.
Domino's through. Okay.
Yep.
Domino's chasing Higgs down. Higgs has scored 8 points, bringing them within 20, and calls the jam. Domino thinking maybe they could have stolen one, but not going to be the case. Tokyo has done so great. Oh, 5 minutes left, and speaking of the chat blowing up about Tokyo and saying how great Tokyo is, well, guess how great Tokyo is. Tokyo Drift, skater of the game, voted by you all. Yay! And it was so close between Tokyo and Shreddy, both great jammers. Congratulations to Tokyo Drift, who will be receiving a Derby Date Night Skater of the Game sticker. What, Sirius? Exclusive and coveted. I keep saying, I need to think of other words. And special, super special. Eric, you can't even have one. And you have all our stickers.
I do.
Now you don't. Nope, you don't get that one.
Maybe I can buy one off somebody.
Nope. I am not buyable like you are.
No, not you. I'll go find one of the players.
You're going to find us somebody who got one? Oh, my gosh. If you show up with a Skater of the Game sticker sometime.
That is my goal. That's my new goal in life.
I don't know if a skater would be willing to give that to you.
Probably not, but I can try.
No.
I could try.
Tara, would you sell a Skater of the Game sticker to Eric? I don't think you would. I bet if I
handed a $100 bill to somebody, they would probably give me a Skater of the Game sticker.
You have no idea how valuable they are. Oh, Purple Fury tried to get the audience to vote for Skater of the Game too. That's great. Oh, speaking of, if you are watching, they do a fan favorite here at Smalltown Smackdown. So if you want to go vote for your fan favorite, you can go to Cornfed's virtual digital program, and then there's instructions in there how to vote for fan favorite. There were a few of our away teams that hadn't had any votes earlier this morning, and so it would be really cool if you would want to go in and do that. Ha, see, Tara said not buyable. Yep.
Not Tara. Somebody.
Kimbo says you'd have to pry it out of my cold, dead hands. Oh, Tokyo played in the Corn versus Unicorn mixer. Her corn name is Maze Runner. Nice. 3 more games after this, Michael Kwan. Next game is the 7th place game, followed by the 3rd place game, followed by the championship game to determine who is the cream of the crop. Sid Vicious through for 4 points, followed by Shreddy Mercury. Sid was a little late on that call-off, and I think Shreddy Mercury stole a few points there.
Yep.
4-3. 4 minutes left in this game. Michael Kwan, you got any derby to do today, or you get to be around for the next 3 games? Maze Runner. I'm surprised I've never seen anybody on Cornfed with the name Maze Runner. We've not had a lot of people with corn-related names on Cornfed, actually.
No?
Which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
You would think we would have more. Well, Orville Shreddenblocker. That's kind of corn-related.
Yeah,
Killdeer
slightly.
Out as lead jammer for Boomington. Tokyo Drift, meanwhile, trying to find some room to get through. A little bit of a tumble up at the front of the pack while Killdeer approaches the back of the pack where all the blockers are waiting for Killdeer. Tokyo has gotten out on her initial, so this will be an opportunity for Tokyo to score points, but Killdeer gets through and taps their hips, suggesting that that is the end of the jam. After Boomington scored 4, this is a 16-point game. Team timeout, stopping that clock. Boomington very smart because they want more time to be able to catch up to Root River. So stopping the clock with a team timeout. They are down 16 points. You're pushing for miso corny. Yep, get some guacamole. Get some avocados for the chipping away that Boomington is doing to Root River's lead. Eric, I think it's time for you to get some sugar.
I agree.
I don't know if you've spoken in the last 5 minutes. Has he spoken?
I don't want to interrupt the celebrity. I don't
even notice when the person I'm talking to doesn't talk back.
Or how much time has passed.
I'm just
what, it wasn't 5 minutes? What were you just thinking as I interrupt you?
Oh, you're fine. Like I said, I know who the star is here. I know my place. I'm just here to agree or correct you so you don't look foolish.
Purple says, I guess Cannon is the photographer in the middle with the corn shirt. Cannon Fodder, which is an amazing name also because he has the camera, so he's Cannon Fodder. But Purple has said, Aria twice has said we're married, so now we have to get married because Aria says we are. I don't have that much power, Purple. You guys can just stay in a relationship. Higgs Bosom is your lead jammer.
On a power jam.
A power jam. Oh, my gosh. Now I'm stressed again for the third time this weekend. Oh, my goodness. Higgs is in the pack on a scoring pass. Up on those toe stops, needing some help from the blockers are still moving. Higgs is getting out. 4 points. Makes it a 12-point game. Babe Butcher still waiting in the box, but standing, so 10 more seconds of this power jam. No pack being called. Higgs, they have to let Higgs go. 4 more points. Brings them within 8. Babe Butcher is almost through the pack on her initial. Lego blocks is on fire and says, you shall not pass. Higgs through again for another 4. 2 minutes left in this game. 4 points between these two teams. Babe finds that space and gets through. Higgs is ahead by about half a track. Babe is chasing down Higgs. Higgs is hitting the pack and hitting the hips. How many? One more?
I don't know. I'd guessed 1, but I think they're talking about it.
They're talking about it.
Yep, 1.
Now I'm stressed. 1. 3 points.
3-point game.
1.5 minutes left. This is another nail biter. I love the Smalltown Smackdown.
I know.
This is fabulous. Okay, is that Killdeer? Uh-oh. Eric, is that your skater?
Yep,
They're putting out as little. That's a Circle City skater, Eric.
That is.
Tokyo Drift on the line for Root River.
It's tough. Tokyo's been really good
Tokyo has been really good and is able to get around and become lead. Killdeer, they're trying to hold Killdeer. Killdeer trying to stay in bounds. Tokyo on a scoring pass right now. 44 seconds left in this game. Killdeer taking a little tumble. Tokyo Drift getting pulled to the back of the pack. Killdeer going back and forth, trying to find any space between these Root River blockers. Tokyo through for 4 more points for Root River. 24 seconds left in this game. Tokyo does not look like they are planning on calling it right now.
I would.
So Killdeer is going to somehow have to outscore Tokyo in the next minute and 6 seconds because I think Tokyo. Oh no, Tokyo called it.
I wouldn't have done that.
I would not have done that. That's a benefit for Bloomington.
Yeah, they called the timeout immediately.
Yeah, of course they did. I would have let it run out.
Yep, 7 more seconds. I'd have just stood there and watched the world go by and wait 7 seconds and then call it.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe they called a timeout. I mean, I can't believe they called the jam off. Yeah, I don't know. Can you get the Rogue is taking shoes off now because we're stressed. Wait, is everyone taking their shoes off because they're stressed out? Rogue just yelled something and goes, "Don't worry about it. I'm fine." The crowd is so stressed. I don't know why they called that timeout.
No, why she called it off.
No, called it off. Yeah, I don't know why she called it off. I would have just kept going. They had the game. What? What are you pointing at? The score? 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points, people. This is going to be the last jam.
Yeah, you're going to need this. Going to be big.
Boomington has to get lead here. If they don't. I don't know if you can hear Rogue shouting in my microphone. You have to keep your shoes on and bench. I know, Tara, but Rogue is not on the bench. She's sitting next to the Derby Date Night table. She's just a fan right now.
Oh, now Root River called the timeout.
Her shoes are also on. I know, but she was like she was so stressed she was messing with the laces on her shoes. My new thing for Rogue is Rogue stressed means shoes off.
Both teams are so worried about it, they both called a timeout.
Oh, geez.
So Bloomington called one, and then Root River called one.
Cool, calm, collected. Yep, Tara did hear it.
Yeah.
Rogue, you were heard. Cool, calm, collected on the stream. I love stressed out Rogue. It's my favorite Rogue.
What's there to be stressed about?
Nothing.
Ah, yeah,
Nah.
it's just Derby.
It's just a 10-point game that's about to go into the very last jam. They're for third place in this tournament. Third place, Eric. 3. They got Higgs and Tokyo on the line for their respective teams. Rogue, Tara says she loves you.
Rogue's not listening.
Rogue's
She's too
not
nervous.
listening. She's too stressed. I'll tell her when I get a chance. There's the other timeout. Michael saw that one coming. Trying to hit Root River's momentum. Tokyo is hard to stop, though. How much lead percentage has Tokyo had this game?
Tokyo's done really good, 73%.
73% lead percentage.
Yeah.
Tokyo's getting pulled to the back. Higgs has 2 skaters to get past. Just has to get past the pivot, and Boomington has lead. Tokyo is still in the pack, but has found space. Tokyo is going to be chasing down Higgs.
You just gotta
Don't
go.
call Higgs is what they're yelling from the bench.
You just gotta go.
Don't call.
Hope for the best.
Hope that Tokyo gets held. Hope that Tokyo gets a penalty. That's all Boomington has.
Oh, they're
Where's
so far
Higgs?
forward.
Higgs is getting pulled all the way to the back by the pivot. Oh! Tokyo got a penalty. This is a power jam for Bloomington. Tokyo did have some points in the pocket. At the end of this jam, regardless of what happens, Tokyo will have some points because Tokyo already had points when they went to the box. Higgs has scored 4, trying to score 8 right now. Is through for another 4. I'm sorry I'm hitting you, Eric.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
2 points between these two teams. Holy crap.
Jammer standing.
Jammer standing. Higgs coming around. This is so much fun. I love roller derby. Tokyo out of the box. Higgs.
Higgs getting run
Tokyo
back, though.
coming in. They got to hold Tokyo. We got 22
Yep.
seconds left in this game. Higgs is stuck. Higgs needs more points than Tokyo. Trying to pull back Higgs.
10 seconds left.
Tokyo through. 8 seconds left. Higgs, I think, did Higgs get a penalty? 2 seconds, 1 second.
Track cut. Higgs got a track cut. Right at the end.
Oh,
So close.
such a good effort by Bloomington.
What a good game.
What a good game. Oh my gosh. You know what? That is what you get in a third place game in this tournament.
That was excellent.
Hard earned.
Yeah.
Root River was not going to walk away with that victory easily. Bloomington made it so hard. That was Bloomington's second super close game
I know.
of the tournament. Whoo, Lottie. Well, thank you so much. This is the last we will see of Boomington and Root River this tournament. They have done fantastic. I will be going and finding Tokyo Drift to give her the Skater of the Game sticker. And coming up next is our 7th place game between Hard Knocks and Burning River. We will be back in probably about 20 minutes with the first whistle of the 7th place game here on Date Night.